What's poppin' T Squad? It's me, Keisha, and I'm here with tonight's All Tea, All Shade Love and Hip Hop Family Reunion Season 2, Episode 3 review. Before I begin, I want to make sure that you all watch my Battling Breast Cancer vlog number 7. I take you all with me to radiation and on Christmas with my family. Also, I have the Paper Heart movie STL premiere video up. Make sure you guys check that out. And if you have not watched my movie, Paper Heart, it is available right now on Tubi. Tubi is a free app and it's free to watch. So make sure you go and support and watch Paper Heart. Majority of you have already watched it and loved it. So thank you. Keep on streaming it. Tell all your family and friends. Thank you for all of the support. Now on to tonight's episode. So we pick up exactly where we left off last week with Safaree showing up to the family reunion. But I already told you guys he was already there. Him and Erica flew in together with the kids. But okay. So Safaree says that he hasn't seen Erica in 2 weeks, which is a lie, like I said. Erica is sitting off to the side, still moping, still, got her lip poked out because he's here and she didn't know he was going to be there, even though they flew on the same flight together with the kids. But okay, they didn't fly together. All right. So he goes and talks to Mimi and he says, that he can't believe that they're here and that, they just try to one up each other when it comes to hurting each other. And he, gets choked up and, fake crying. And Mimi tells him, that he needs to talk to her. Like, y'all need to work on this because, once it gets to the point where y'all disrespecting each other, it's bad. And she was like, prayfully it doesn't get as bad as how it was between me and Stevie. So then we see Erica doing one of her confessionals. And Safaree interrupts her, like, what are you doing? Like, this is just mad crazy. I guess he felt some type of way because she didn't speak to him. And, she trying to play it cool on some what's up, like what you want type shit. Like, she's unbothered, but we all know she's bothered. And we all know this is a fake storyline. But okay, and they even tell on themselves this episode that it's a fake storyline. So he says that he doesn't even know her anymore. And she's like, same, I don't know you neither. And she was like, let's just co-parent. And he was like, all right, that's what you want to do. And so he walks away. They all head back to the hotel. And, Cisco makes mention that he needs to fix things with not only Sin and Peter, but Safaree too as well. And I'm like, what him and Safaree got into it for? I don't even know what that's about. So Amina asks why Cisco keeps flirting with her. And he says that Amina is using him to make Peter jealous, to make him mad. She's denying it, of course. And it was like, I told him nothing happened between us because it didn't. And Cisco was like, because of you, our relationship has never been the same. No, nigga, it's because of you too. It would take two people to tangle. Y'all both kissed and made out or whatever the fuck y'all did. Y'all both was equally wrong. More so you. So Amina was like, I ain't do nothing wrong. You did. But then her confession, she's like, I guess I did kind of do something wrong. But she don't really want to take responsibility. I see Mina still dumb as fuck. Still chasing after the wrong dick. Like, you would think after Peter, she would know better. But like, you go from Peter to his homeboy who is equally as trifling. Okay. Like, it ain't even no upgrade. Like, what the fuck? So meanwhile, Rich is sitting over to the side, peeping game, peeping everything, peeping their whole conversation. And he was like, this is what Cisco problem is because he do shit. And then when you call him out on it, he want to act like he don't know what the fuck you talking about. Like, what did I do? Like, you shouldn't even be talking to her in the first place. So Mimi is sitting with Safaree and Erica trying to talk some sense into their asses. And Erica was like, he know what he did. Bobby said you and the girl was flirting and you had a crush on her and y'all probably would have smashed if she wasn't so drunk. Now, I don't remember him saying none of that, and maybe that was edited out. Maybe she was just putting 10 on 20 to see if he'd tell on himself, because you know how we do. We'll add shit to the story just to get a motherfucker caught up. And so Safaree was like, that ain't even what the fuck happened. But okay, I'm ready to get to the part where I didn't really did something or whatever the case he was saying. So Safaree, his confessional was like, I probably was flirting with old girl, but we're getting a divorce. Like, you filed for divorce. I can technically do what I want. We've had that conversation about, is it okay to date other people while you're going through a divorce? Is it not okay? at the end of the day, it's just trifling. If you really wanted your family back, then you didn't have no business flirting with somebody else. But these are two people with the brains of a 16-year-old put together. They're both very immature. They're both petty. They both still navigate like they're in their 20s on some fuck shit, fuck boy, fuck girl type shit. Like they both childish. I mean, I'm surprised that they done lasted this goddamn long. Shit. I mean, without killing each other. Like, I don't even know, child. But like I said, I think this whole story is a storyline anyway. So, Brooke and Marcus then come over trying to tell somebody something about relationships when their own shit is equally as fucked up. Eric was like, "You abandoned me." And he was like, "You don't even know what I mean in abandonment." They arguing back and forth, and at some point, Safaree gets up and walks off, and Rich then tells Yo-Yo that they were never gonna work out in the beginning, just being the hater that he is. I'm like, that's why your ass look like a fucking melted candlestick now, you fucking hater, you. So Erica says that she don't want to be with Safaree no more, and she don't want to talk about it no more. She just want to enjoy the vacation, and he needs to enjoy the vacation, and this, that, and the third, just trying to act like she don't give a fuck. She don't want to be with him. Ugh. So I have to say they did some really good acting. Let's not forget that Erica is an actress. Like, she starred in a lot of movies, and Safaree is dipping his toe into the acting world too now. He's about to be in a new film. So yeah, let's not forget these people know how to act. So Safaree sits and talks to Marcus off to the side. He was like, "See, she's still yelling." And Marcus was like, "She's loud because she's hurt." And then Rich over there hating some more was like, "I would love to be a fly on the wall in that. Boy, mind your fucking business. You old bastard." Ugh. So she kind of tells Safaree that Erica is hurt, and Safaree was like, she liked that toxic shit. What she said to me isn't what Bobby said. You don't file for divorce and then tell me to die slow. That's something that sounds like that Erica would say to somebody. Because like I said, they don't know how to communicate. They don't know how to talk to one another. And then, like I said, I think this all is fake once again. So Mark was like, she can't whoop you. And she kind of was like, yep. So she going to use her mouth to tear your ass up. So Marcus was like, she has abandonment issues. And Safaree was like, I'm not trying to do that around my kids. I'm practically still there all the time. I'm practically still there all the time. I told you that they still live together. He never moved out, and they've been together this whole fucking time. So he was like, the police have been called. It's just a bad look. So Rich is talking to Cisco. He was like, when she want to make a nigga mad, come holler at me, talking about Erica. I'm like, if Erica was going to cheat with anybody, I would hope that it would not be you. Because if I was Safaree, I'd be looking like, that's who you decide to cheat on me with to get back at me? Gross. Okay. So then he was like, did you fuck Amina? And Cisco was like, did we have sex? No. And I'm like, oh my God. Like, it's just rat behavior. Like, pass around type shit. That's just gross. So Shakana tells Marcus that before they leave this trip, they gonna get Erica and Safaree back together, child. I'm like, girl, you can't even get yourself a man. How the fuck you gonna put these two motherfuckers back together? But all right, girl. So that night, it's Amina's 70s party. Everybody comes dressed up except for Safaree. All the guys are talking, and Safaree chokes up again, but no tears come out, and says that Erica is trying to paint a bad picture of him to the world, and that he's with his kids every day because he still lives there. In order for the story to be believable, that's how the truth was going to have to come out to soften his image, to make it not look like he's this monster, how they portrayed him over this year, with him saying, I was at home this whole time. I was there. I never left. This, that, and the third. Girl. So Peter sympathizes because, he done went through the gamut with all his baby mamas too as well. Jonathan was like, well, were you really in Miami when she gave birth? And he was like, no, me and my mother was there. I told y'all he was there the whole motherfucking time. All that time she's sitting there saying, I'm here at the hospital by myself. It's so hard doing this by myself. That nigga was sitting right there on a fucking couch right next to her ass the whole motherfucking time. while she was sitting there faking. If she was on some real shit, if this shit was real and she was getting on the internet saying that he wasn't there, all he had to do was pick up his phone and say, hey, Instagram Live, she's lying. I'm sitting right here next to her. This is cap. This bitch is crazy. But once again, this was all for a storyline. That's why he went along with it. So Cisco apologizes to Peter finally, and they make up or whatever. Erica and Mimi join them, and it's hella awkward between her and Safaree because they're not talking to each other. Mimi and Jonathan step off to the side and they talk, and Mimi is saying how she's in a good place even though her and her fiance broke up, but she's in therapy and everything, and she just hopes that when Stevie gets there, everything will still be smooth sailing. Then Jonathan brings up the whole Zell situation with him saying that, he's too gay and how that was disrespectful to not only him but to the gay community because he's gay as well. And Mimi was like, you have the power to not let somebody upset you. She was like, I understood where he was coming from though, but you can't let people like that bother you, which I agree, because they'll trying to sit up here and impress Jewel's Santana old missing tooth, snaggle tooth ass girl. Bye. So Peter and Amina say that they gonna always love each other and their family to each other and da 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 da. Safaree then finally gets up and goes to talk to Erica, who's sitting off by herself, and he starts to cry again and says, I don't know what's wrong with me. My energy is just so fucked up. And Erica was like, let's just focus on being, co-parents because we can't let these babies down. And Safaree was like, I don't want to lose you though. And she was like, Safaree was like, I ain't got nobody to talk to. And she was like, you got me. You just count me out all the time. All the time, Safaree. And now they both fake crying, child. Oscars all around. So then she hugs him and he says he loved her and I'm so sorry for everything I've done to hurt you. And they just hug each other real hard. And in her confessional, she says she just want to build a better friendship with him and get it back to the way that they used to be. And then everybody parties the night away and the episode is over. Child cheese. Anywho, let's get to the other storylines because like I said, that one is first. Let me know what y'all thought of tonight's episode down below in the comments section. Make sure to thumbs up this video, like and subscribe, hit that notification bell button. And I hope you all had a Merry Christmas, and I hope you all have a Happy New Year. And once again, make sure you check out Paper Heart on Tubi. Also, tomorrow through Friday, Paper Heart will be available for free download on Amazon.com. If you have a Kindle, if you have a tablet or whatever, and you download the Kindle app, you can download Paper Heart, the novel, for free from tomorrow to Friday. So make sure that you download your free copy so you can read the actual novel and watch the movie for free. Love you guys. See you on the next one. Peace.